Alright guys, what is going on? Quick video. Want to share some things with you guys, my thoughts and opinions. I haven't been doing content too much this week, but we're going to keep it rocking and rolling. I think Georgia Southern is going to be a really good team going up against Fresno State. They're not a favorites, slight favorites, but I think that is warranted. Georgia Southern is a lot better than advertised in my opinion. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased. Well, I am, but not necessarily that's the case. I think Fresno State has shown us who they are, and I also feel that even though that Fresno State is going to be playing at home, I still don't think that's going to be enough to overcome what Georgia Southern has to bring to the table. I think the passing game with the balance of a little bit of the run, and I think our defense is actually pretty formidable, pretty much a little bit more like how Kansas did play. And I know Fresno State did tighten some things up later on into the fourth quarter against Kansas, but I think Kansas at the same time was kind of like letting off the gas. And that's one thing I don't think that we should do as Georgia Southern. I think we should just go ahead and go in and take care of business and play this team like they are a Power 5 contender. I think that's what we need to do. So Georgia Southern go in there, play what they need, how they need to play, and go in and try to smack Fresno State around. I think Georgia Southern does have a pretty good shot going 1-1, possibly I would even say 2-0 against the California teams. Now USC is a different beast, and I'm not going to get into that yet. But I will say that Fresno State is definitely a team that we can go in and win this game pretty much respectively. I really think we can. You look at what Fresno State was able to do against Kansas. It didn't show anything for us to say that, hey, we need to be looking out for this person, that person, or this personnel or that group of personnel. But I do know one thing. Georgia Southern, we have a solid quarterback. Keep him upright, he'll be fine. We do have a good bit of receivers that can catch the football. And I don't think that I really do not believe that Fresno State secondary can keep up with what we have. Also, with the running game, we should be okay. And defensively, I will say this as well. The offensive line of Fresno State did not look good. So our defensive line should be able to get some pressure on EJ Warner, and we should be able to get some turnovers out of that. That would be really, really awesome if we can get at least one turnover. If we can get that, that will make a difference in how we basically have the tempo of this game going in our favor. You take away a possession, and if you score on that possession, that could be a really big deal with what Fresno State may try to do. And I think our defense is prepared for that. I do think that. And what I would like to see mostly, really, I would like to see in this game, I think J.C. French can get the ball downfield. I would like to see him throw efficiently and spread out this defense, and then we'll see how we'll do with the running game. I think O.J. Arnold and Badinga should be okay. But I don't think in this game it may not be the focus too much. I think we should be able to pass the ball very well. If you go back and look at the Kansas game, their quarterback, Daniels, was 18 of 20. And I think he threw less than 200 yards, but he was 18 for 20. So that shows you that there's some efficiency there. And with the way our receivers and our playbook is, if J.C. French is 18 of 20, he's probably throwing for 300 yards. And if you go 18 for 20 and throw for 300 yards, I don't think E.J. Warner and that offense will keep up with that. So I do feel like we can beat them by maybe 7, 10, 14 points, probably even more than that. Depends on if we get a couple of opportunities to turn over Fresno State. I think we'll be in good shape, and we should walk away with somewhat of a victory going into USC. Now, like I said, at the end of the day, man, I really like the way this team is built. I think Coach Clay Helton has done a phenomenal job putting his team together, and I really feel that this team could go very far. Now, I don't want to get too far into that. Like I said, I don't want to talk about the USC game. I don't want to talk about Jackson State or Maine or any of that, Jacksonville State. I don't want to get into any of that right now. I basically just want to take it one game at a time. This is the thing that we have to do to be successful. Don't want to look ahead. And every game you play, you want to take the steps to be successful on every play, every down, or at least 90% of the plays. You want to be somewhat successful and not put yourself in a hole to where you're struggling to get out of a deficit, or you're struggling to win the game, and then you got to go turn right back around and play the next game, and you're still kind of reeling. I want this game to be smooth sailing. Let's go in there and take care of business. It may be tough and may be a little bit hard fought, but we walk away from that game with a W, no injuries, everybody's on one accord, everybody's in high spirits, and we can look forward to going further into the season. So that's basically the way I look at it. I think Georgia Southern and company are looking really good. I think they're going to be phenomenal this season. If everything goes well as far as health, I think we'll be able to get through the season in a positive fashion, possibly even get past our win total of 8 wins last year. I would love to see 10. I would love to see 11 wins. Hell, I would absolutely be ecstatic if we go undefeated. But one game at a time. One game at a time. Try to go 1-0. Go beat Fresno State, and we'll see how it goes. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to get up out of here. Don't want to waste too much of your time. I really love what I see at Georgia Southern. These guys do look pretty good, not only just against Fresno, but for the Sun Belt in general. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all take it easy. I'm out. Peace.